Hi girls, thanks for joining me today. My name is Miranda and I'm going to be going over the Cadette Eating for You badge. For this badge, you're learning about the benefits of eating healthy, how different food can affect your body, how you can give your body the fuel that it needs to do what you want it to do. So commonly when we think about being healthy and being fit, we always think about exercise. We don't really think about how the little changes that we do, like changing up our nutrition, how that will help us with sleep, with stress, um, with the health benefits of feeling better and being able to do more things and getting our body to do the things that we want it to do. So in this badge, we're going to kind of explore the different foods that you can eat, how you can increase your sleep, what things you should be paying attention to, what things you should be swapping out and making different choices. It's going to all encompass all those different things. So for step one, you are going to learn about how good nutrition keeps your body staying healthy. So our bodies are amazing. They're complicated, they're complex, they do so many things every day, but we want to make sure that we're giving them the right fuel that they need to perform for us. So take a look at your good habits and maybe your not so good habits and think about how you could maybe change that a little bit. So the best way to complete this step is to make your own food pyramid. You can do this by going online. You can print out the FDA food pyramid. You can trace it, and then you can draw what's in your fridge and what foods you tend to eat. So for example, this is the actual FDA food pyramid. Up here, it's got the fats and oils and the sweets that we're supposed to be eating sparingly. Over here, we got our milk, yogurt, dairy, 2 to 3 servings a day. Over here, we have meat, poultry, fish, beans, eggs, nuts. Those we're supposed to be eating 2 to 3 times a day. We have vegetable and fruits down here. We're supposed to be eating those 3 to 5 vegetables, 2 to 4 fruits. And then the bottom are our carbohydrates, our bread, cereal, rice, pasta, 6 to 11. So that's the food pyramid. So you could go, you could print that, you could trace it. If you don't want to do that, just make a triangle. So for example, I'm not an artist, but I made just a plain triangle here, and I went in my fridge and I started filling in the stuff that I found. So for vegetables, I have celery, asparagus. Over for fruit, I have tomatoes, oranges, bananas. Up here, I have yogurt and cheese and milk. So you can kind of fill it in and kind of see what you have. Once you've done that, you are going to start looking at your pyramid and come up with ways that maybe you should improve or increase the amount of selection in one area and maybe start planning some meals for that. So what would a week's worth of healthy meals from your pyramid look like? So what I mean is you might want to get some paper out and look at your pyramid and say, you know what, for next week, I want for my lunch to be, I am going to have cottage cheese, I am going to have carrots, I'm going to have apples. Maybe the next day I'm going to have a salad and I'm going to put chicken on it. And I'm going to put some cheese because I really want cheese on my salad, but I'm going to make sure that I use that sparingly because I'm only supposed to be eating that 2 to 3 times a day. So those are ways that you can plan your meals. And you want to start thinking about junk food, and it's really easy to eat a lot of junk food because it's easy. You just open it up, it's available. You want to think about ways that you could be making healthy snacks and eating from all the colors of the food group, and kind of limiting that junk food a little bit because it's really essentially there's a lot of stuff in there that we can't even pronounce, a lot of chemicals. When you're eating, apples, when you're eating even celery and peanut butter, for example, at least you're getting in some veggies and some healthy proteins in there, and that's stuff that our body needs to fuel us. So, for example, when you start journaling about how you feel, that'd be really interesting to see when you're writing down the meals and the snacks that you have. How did you feel on the day that you had Cheetos for a snack and then you had pizza for dinner? But then the next day, you started working on your pyramid and you ended up having apples and yogurt for your snack. And then for dinner, you had chicken and salad and a baked potato. Did you feel a difference? Did you sleep better one day versus the other? Really interesting to maybe compare those. So that's for step one. So for step one, you're learning about how you need to maybe make changes to your nutrition. And you can do that by creating your own food pyramid and planning out what kind of meals that you might like to eat. Also, I know for me, I try to think about the things in colors. So for me, I try to make sure that I'm not always eating the same color because there's a lot of research out there that shows that the more foods you eat from the different colors, like the different colored vegetables and fruits, the better it is for you. So for example, like this is right from my kitchen table. This is always on my table, and I always fill it up with stuff as it gets low. So I have apples on here, I have onions, I have tomatoes, another kind of apple, I have lime, I have avocado, I even have a pound of sweet potatoes, a couple pounds of sweet potatoes. So you're talking, you got orange, you got red. In the fridge, I always have sliced green peppers and celery for a snack, so that would be my green. I think I have asparagus in there too. So kind of be thinking about that. Like, what are some colors that maybe you never eat that maybe you should try? Like maybe red peppers instead of green peppers, maybe broccoli, celery, things like that that you normally wouldn't eat as much, but you want to kind of see if that is going to make you start feeling better. For step two, you are learning about what you eat affects your skin. So this step is about correlating the food you eat to how your skin starts to feel and look. So we've learned that certain grains, fruits, and veggies make your skin, hair, and nails, makes it look better. So people used to think that chocolate and greasy food would give you acne. That used to be something that was said so many times, especially when I was growing up. That's not really the case. They're finding that that actually has little effect on pimples and acne and stuff like that. They are finding that drinking water is the most beneficial thing you can do for skin health and glow and for reducing acne. So for this step, there's a couple different choices. I chose to do choice two, which is make a top 10 list of antioxidant rich foods. So come up with a way that you can get at least 4 of the ones that you wrote down into your regular diet. So this is a little harder. It's a little bit more challenging because you are finding those 10 foods, but we're also challenging you to find a way to maybe put some of those foods into your diet. And why? Why antioxidants? Well, they combat stress and damage that's done to our cells by aging and everything else. They start to reduce those effects and eliminate them. So what are they? They're chemicals that help your body flush out toxins. So they actually repair your cells, they flush out the bad stuff that's not supposed to be in your body. They help to get you feeling your best. And you can find them in lots of berries, dark green leafy vegetables, and even dark chocolate and green tea have them. So for this step, what you're going to do is you're going to make a list of 10 antioxidant rich foods. So for me, I did this step with you. So I found goji berries, kale, plums, raisins, green tea, dark chocolate, raspberries, spinach, beets, and artichokes. So then what I would do to complete this step is I made my list of 10 things. Now I'm going to think about how can I get these 4 things into my regular diet? 4 out of the 10 that I have here. So I already know that I don't really drink coffee. I drink tea every morning. So I already know I could easily be swapping out my regular black tea for green tea. So that might be something that I try. Spinach is on here. It's very easy for me to put spinach or kale into my salads and just put a scoopful of it. So that's something that I could try. I really do like artichokes, but I've never cooked them before. So maybe that's something that I look up and I figure out how I can make those at home. I order them out, but I never really make them here. So that's one way that I can maybe put the kale, the green tea, the spinach, the artichokes into some recipes and make sure that I'm having more antioxidants. So you're going to do that step, and then you're going to make sure that you're keeping track of not only how you changed your food pyramid, but also how you made the choices in step 2 and how it might make you feel when you do that. So that completes step 1 and 2, making your food pyramid, planning some healthy meals, and then going on to step 2 by coming up with those 10 foods that are high in antioxidants and picking 4 out of those 10 that you're going to incorporate into your daily diet. That's how you complete step 1 and 2. And then next week, I will be doing steps 3 and 4. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you make a lot of healthy choices.